Oh, you're welcome to another interesting edition of Sports Updates right here on Flip TV. Where we give you all the most interesting and juicy stories emanating out of the world of sports. This past weekend, filled with so much excitement, so much shout of goals, especially in the game between Chelsea and Manchester City. Many of the fans so much excited. In fact, we'll talk about that later in the course of the show this afternoon. So welcome once again to Flip TV. I am still your host, Ebuka Ezobika. You know me as a Boozman. Okay, let's go into the stories. But first off, there's this saying that charity begins here at home. On that note, we'll be starting with the Nigerian Professional Football League. We'll be kicking off with the results of the matches we saw this weekend that has just passed. Okay, moving on to the first game that we saw on Saturday. Doma United defeating Aqua United 1-0. They're right there at home. Now, for Doma United, back-to-back wins right now in the league. Last week winning against Gombe United. This week winning at home against Aqua United. 6 points from 2 games. Good one, you see, for the Doma United side. Now, on Sunday, crazy matches we saw. Katsina United in their stadium there defeating Rivers United by 1-0. Sunshine Stars, they played out a 2-2 draw against Rangers International. The side led by the working one. Talking about Fidelis Ilechukwu. Lobby Stars defeated Sporting Lagos 1-0 for Sporting Lagos. They are still finding it difficult to gather points away from home. All their victories this season have come here in Lagos. But outside Lagos, they've been struggling to get points. This weekend losing to Lobby Stars by 1-0. Kano Pillars defeating Eyimba by a single goal at the Sani Abacha Stadium. Kwara United playing out a 1-1 draw against Shooting Stars. Niger Tornadoes and Bendel Insurance, they settled for the sport draw there. 0-0 was the scoreline, whereas for Remo Stars against Gumbo United, it was a walloping as Remo Stars defeated Gumbo United 4 in that game. Whereas Plateau United defeated Abia Warriors by 3-1. On Wednesday, we'll see the concluding part of this week's fixtures as we'll see the Nazi Millionaires. I'm talking about Heartland FC of Owerri that will be taken on by Yelsa United in the league. So quickly, that is it on the Nigerian Professional Football League. But as the table stands right now, Lobby Stars are topping the table with 17 points, whereas Remo Stars have 15 points right there on the table in second place. Rangers are sitting pretty in third position, and Shooting Stars are on fourth position. So that is it about what is going on in the Nigerian Professional Football League. All right, now let's move over to England. That is where we're traveling to right now. Talk about the results of the matches we saw over the weekend. Pick up the bunch is the game involving Chelsea and Manchester City yesterday at the Stamford Bridge. Crazy game. Nobody would have thunk it that it's going to end in that particular fashion. 2 goals from both sides. The first half was already crazy. Second half, more crazy. 2 goals from each side in the first half. 2 goals in the second half. 8-goal thriller. When last did we see an interesting game such as that? For Chelsea fans, celebrating the draw just like it's a win because of, the expectations of other fans coming into the game. So, but some fans had it in mind that, oh, Man City will knock them. Man City will do this. Man City will do that. But then, the Chelsea side that turned up on the day was that Chelsea side that has been missing. The side that will fight till the end of the match. But then, they considered 4 goals. That is to say that even the defense is not all that solid, meaning they still have to do a bit of work in the area of defensive in their defensive third. But then in the attacking third, Nicholas Jackson, what more can we say about the young man? Missing so many chances, but at the end of the day, still scoring the goal that was needed at that point. Then Cole Palmer, the guy being brought in from Manchester City, doing the Lord's work against his own side. Raheem Sterling too, former player of Manchester City, scoring. There is this saying in Pidgin, na persuade no person, na they do person. That's what happened yesterday in the Stamford Bridge. 4-4 was the scoreline. Erling Haaland scoring 2 goals in that game. Rodri also getting on the score sheet. And also not forgetting Manuel Akanji. For the Chelsea side, we saw the likes of Kopama scoring the last goal. Raheem Sterling scored, Nicholas Jackson, and not forgetting that old man, the old warhorse himself, becoming the oldest player to score in the Premier League. 10 years after, the last person that did this was Ryan Giggs. After 10 years, Thiago Silva stepping up to get that equalizer for Chelsea in the first half. So it ended 4-4 between Chelsea and also Manchester City. For Tottenham Hotspur, back-to-back losses right now. They lost again over the weekend, coming from a goal down. Yes, Wolverhampton Wanderers coming from a goal down to beat them by 2-1. And the injuries keep piling up for the Tottenham Hotspur side. Richarlison out injured. Now, not forgetting Madison. Madison, we hear he will be back 2024, meaning the season just got started now for Tottenham Hotspur. How will they cope without the services of these players? Well, it remains to be seen. For the Gunners, they won their own game. Yes, they won by 3-1 against Burnley. Mikel Arteta, formerly with Pep Guardiola, taking on a fellow, comrade under Guardiola, talking about Vincent Kompany, who is the coach of Burnley, but doing the Lord's work there. 3-1. The Gunners back to winning ways. For Manchester United against Luton Town, 1-0 in that game. Lindelof with the only goal in that game. In the second half, coming from the corner kick there, and he just slashed that one into the net. Manchester United defeating Luton Town 1-0. So as the table stands right now, Manchester City are still on top of the table with 28 points. Liverpool, after their 3-0 victory, they are now back in second with how many points? With 27 points. Arsenal, this season, people are saying that Arsenal has to do it. It has to be this season. Yeah, let's say it goes. They are on third position with 27 points, and not forgetting Aston Villa on fifth position. Tottenham Hotspur sitting in fourth, and Manchester United with sixth place there. Chelsea still maintain their 10th position from last week. No retreat, no surrender, no moving up, no going back. They just maintain the balance there in 10th position. Whereas on the bottom side there, Luton Town 18th position, Sheffield 19th, and Burnley all on 20th position. So you look at it, and it's the sides that came in from the relegation are still in the relegation waters there. Okay, from there, let's leave England right now and travel quickly, a short trip or a long trip, if you may, down to Spain. And in Spain, the biggest game in Spain this week has to be the game between Real Madrid and Valencia. On pedigree, these are two big sides when it comes to the Spanish La Liga. But then Real Madrid made it look as if it was nothing. 5-1. For at a point, it was already 5. Carvajal with the mad goal in the first half. Then Vinicius Jr. getting a brace. Rodrigo also getting a brace in that game. 5 goals. That was before Valencia managed to get one back in that game. 5-1. That was how it ended. Without Jude Bellingham, they are still thriving. Talking about the Santiago Bernabeu side. Los Blancos, he called them. So that is to say that they can diversify. This season, people have been saying it that, okay, I think Jude Bellingham is just the focal man that they are looking at in that team. But the way it's going, without Jude Bellingham, no problem. 5 goals they scored against a team like Valencia. Atletico Madrid defeated Villarreal by 3-1 in that game. Atletico Bilbao also they defeated Celta Vigo 4-3 in that particular game. Whereas for Barcelona, they're defeating Deportivo Alaves by 2-1. Granada 1-1 with Getafe, and also Osasuna playing at a 1-1 draw with UD Palmas. Now on top of the table, Girona surprisingly are still topping the table as it is with 34 points. Now one thing people don't know about Girona is this. The owners of Manchester City are also the owners of Girona, so they've spent a lot of money in that team, and you can see that the money is bringing out the result. Girona are sitting on top of the table right there. They have 34 points. Real Madrid are second with 32, and also Barcelona third with 30 points. Atletico Madrid are fourth with 28 points. So that's the top 4 in the La Liga as it is. Now, so many matches also happen over different leagues, but time factor, we have to do what? Just to breeze through the most important ones, the most followed as it is in this part. And you have to know that we have to talk about our own, the Nigerian Professional Football League as it is. This coming week is the international weekend. No club matches, just we have friendly matches. Friendly and qualifiers. The Super Eagles have a match this weekend as it is the qualifiers for the World Cup. Super Eagles have 2 games in the month of November, and this would be the last games for the Super Eagles till next year. Not forgetting, next year, the African Cup of Nations will be holding in Ivory Coast as it is. Ivory Coast come 2024 will be hosting the African Cup of Nations. So after this particular month, the coach of the Super Eagles, Jose Peseiro, does not have any excuse not to give us a formidable team that will be able to hold their own come the African Cup of Nations 2024 in Ivory Coast. And that is it this afternoon on sports updates of things that happen in football as it is right here on Flip TV. Also, I come your way again, same time, same edition, or different edition as it is. I remain Ebuka Ezobika, popularly known as a Booze Man. Until then, stay safe and stay sporty. Bye for now.